Hey everyone, Haz here. Welcome back to another war video. This one's war number 11. This time we're facing S, and I'm going to be in part 3 in section 1. So we've got a mixture of Vox and Chee'ilth this war. We're taking a few fights. I think we're taking 6 fights, maybe. I think 6 sounds about right. We got including the boss fight as well, which is pretty cool. But up here first we got this Vox versus Venom here. So I've taken this fight a couple of times before this season, so I don't really want to go over it again because I'm sure you guys know how it works by now. Yeah, just don't get hit and you're fine, essentially. So we're going to just be going to special 1 and throwing that off as soon as we can. That way we can just get him down quickly without any problems. So far this hasn't caused me any problems, and I hope it doesn't in the last war of the season if we have that signed, or if we get assigned it in the future. So we'll see. So here, baiting special 1s, he's pretty livid with special 1s, which I like. If he wasn't, and I had to push to special 2, then that could cause some problems as well. Sometimes he just likes to throw it out of nowhere. But luckily, every time I've had this fight, he's been willing to throw special 1s fairly consistently, which is nice. Here, just gonna combo, and he goes down. So that was a really nice fight. Probably the best looking fight that I've had on that node for Venom, I reckon. So that was really nice. Next up here, I was assigned Hulk, I think, but I asked to use Chee'ilth instead. Mainly because Absman is Gamma, which is really good because it means we get extra bleed potency, so we can melt him even quicker. The other reason I think Chee'ilth is good for this, aside from the Gamma part, is if you take a hit from his, just from hitting your block in Refined, or if he's not Refined and he just hits you. If he hits you in Uru form, then you can heal back the physical damage, which is really nice. So if we do make a mistake and we get hit in Uru, then we heal back. I think it's about 70% of the damage we take from the burst damage, which is pretty good, because that burst damage can definitely do some big damage, especially if it's crits through your block or something. But here, we don't have to deal with much else. It's mainly just like ensuring we keep the bleeds up, make sure he's melting quickly. You can see he's melting pretty quick because he's Gamma, so that's really nice. Go for a heavy counter here, and he's done. So probably about as quick as Hulk can do it, but I think I'm more comfortable with Chee'ilth just because she's rank 3, she has a lot more health. And all the rest of it. So yeah, overall very, very happy with that fight. Definitely could have used Hulk though. I think if I had Surfer on the team, maybe I would have chosen Hulk because of the buff immunity, but yeah, both are fine. Up here on path 1, just going to take the second fight here, this Arcade. I was thinking about Vox, but because it has Buffet, I didn't really want to risk taking the damage and everything and just dealing with all the regen, so I just decided to go with Chee'ilth. I've done Arcade before with Chee'ilth, so I figured just use the same sort of strategy, essentially just heavies, pretty consistently, just kind of makes him, melt pretty quick with the bleeds. So we're going to just continue that. He does evade me here, catch me with a combo, so my plan to bait special 3s now will not work, so I just got to block special 2s, which is also fine as well. And I'll be spamming special 1s this time, just to get some more damage, but we really don't want him throwing a special 1 ideally. Here he throws a heavy. I was just in the trap, and I don't know, I just kind of wasn't thinking, I guess. I think I was thinking about my next fight, so I just wasn't really paying too much attention, and also the tactic as well, so yeah. But anyway, so here we're going to be baiting a special 2, and like I said, we're just going to block this because we don't have an invuln anymore, so we can't bait special 3s, but it doesn't even do that much damage, we're fine. So here we're just going to go for the special 1, and then pretty much we're just gonna keep baiting heavies in the corner. Yeah. We don't want him to finish the heavy, otherwise he's gonna put his Poisonous Cloud down, which is bad. We don't want to get poisons ideally. The cleanse would help, but still, I just don't want to deal with it really. And the stun as well. But here he goes down, so even though we made a couple of mistakes, still wasn't too bad of a fight. I'm more comfortable taking Arcade now, so that's good. This is the fight that I was probably least worried about, and it's the one I end up dying on. So yeah, this is really disappointing. I'm really disappointed in this fight. I mean, I definitely could have soloed this. It's definitely a hard fight because of everything going on, but I think at the end of the day I just mismanaged Conflictor. I made too many mistakes and I just ended up dying. So we'll just watch this together and then I'll break it down afterwards. So we're literally just going to be parrying. We got Wags on, so the Wags isn't going to get purified, but the bleeds will, which is kind of the first problem really. There's just so much power gain. That's a really big problem with Jess on this node because of the investigation, but Chee'ilth can handle it if you play a little bit better than I did. Here we go for our first special 2. I'll talk about why I messed that up later, but it's just a mismanagement of hits, really. Here, just kind of getting backed up. I don't mind getting backed up because Chee'ilth has blocks pretty well, especially because she voids the Furies there, which is nice. But we don't have clarity up, which is a bit of a problem. And we're going to get punished for that in a little bit as well. So just trying to get clarity up here. We're at 7 charges. Here, I wanted to go for a combo into special 1, but she did combo me, lost a bit of my health, which is not too bad. Then here, we're going to bait the special 2 after our own special 1. She's at 67, we're at 73, so we're winning slightly at the moment. Gonna block this, stacks out of the last part, and then combo. You can see, even just like doing one combo, she can get to like 2 bars, so it's not a very fun fight with Chee'ilth, to be honest. It's really hard to manage the power gain, and I just don't like this fight, to be honest. Like, even if I saw it, I still wouldn't like this fight, just because she lacks a lot of control, just generally, in this fight. You can see here, I tried to end it with a special 2, and this was the stupid mistake I made. I don't know why I did that. I just was panicking, I think, and I just wanted to get out of it. But realistically, what I should have done is just not throwing the special 2, bait heavies, and yeah, or bait a heavy before that, and then thrown it. And then she wouldn't have had enough investigation to go unstoppable. So, but it's easy to say I could have done this, I could have done that, but in the heat of the fight, you're just trying to get it down, really. And it's, you can pick apart the fight and say, oh, you should have waited this out, or you should have done that. But when you're in the fight, it's hard to notice everything, and I think when I died, I knew that. So even though I was disappointed, I knew that it was really difficult to watch everything going on. But let's really break this down. Let's see what really happened in this fight, because there was a couple of reasons it went really downhill, and so quickly as well. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, but you can see here, we start doing a couple combos. This is all fine at the start. Bait a couple specials, and then the first problem is really about here, when she throws this next special 1. So you can see right now, my cleanse timer is just a little bit over halfway, and after this, she has 3 investigations, so I'm going to hit her once. I get a debuff, and I cross a bar of power, so she gains a couple of investigation. What I should have done is done an extra hit or 2, because then the cleanse timer would have rolled around in time. I thought it did, but it didn't. So if I gave an extra hit or 2, then she wouldn't have gone unstoppable, because she would have lost investigation, and then I would be able to get the tranquilize up. And my plan for this fight was, if I got the tranquilize up, then I could just spam special 1s, and that would have finished the fight, because spamming special 1s means you ignore unstoppable. So realistically, that's all I had to do, and I probably would have been fine. Then it's just manage Conflictor, and I can do that, no problems. So that was the first major issue, right? That's the first big problem. We didn't get tranquilize up, and I got a bit spooked, and this kind of sent me into a little bit of a panic, because I was a bit confused at the start about how that didn't place and how she went unstoppable. And then I kind of figured it out later on in the fight, when it was too late. I should have really paused. If I paused, I would have felt so much better. But here is our next problem. You can see we go for a punish here, and she gets to 4 investigation. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll just throw my special 2 after this combo. I'm keeping an eye on it. And then she goes to 5, and she gets 6 from all the debuffs. And then I realize I get so many debuffs, so I throw a special 2. And I just don't know why I did this. What I should have done is baited a heavy, countered, and then I would have got my cleanse back, and she'd lose a bunch of investigation. Then I could throw my special 2. That's really what I should have done here, right? I should have baited a heavy first, went in, maybe even baited another special 2, and then gone in and throw my special 2 to finish it out. So a couple of really bad mistakes. I just panicked at the end. But that fight is, with a couple of small corrections, like making sure I bait heavies and get my cleanse up before I throw a special, which is really simple. I should have really caught that, but I think just mismanaging Conflictor really got to me there. But yeah. Anyways, moving on to this future Ant-Man, we took this fight last war, which is pretty good, because it means, I'm more comfortable with it now. So going in here, it's the same sort of strategy, just gonna pretty much bait special 1s and hit him until he dies, essentially. Like I said in the last video, you don't want to throw specials while he has degen up, because you'll consume the degen and you won't place any more. So just going to wait them all out, and then throw a special after it. So pretty fine fight, to be honest. I mean, here you can see the degen's doing some nice damage, Gonna combo to get a bit more damage in, and he's down to like 30% now. Gonna throw another special one, and then he's gonna melt from that. So yeah, pretty easy fight. I messed up the stun here, accidentally parried, just slipped my mind, I guess, but not a big deal. Gonna throw another special here, get 8 degens, and I think he's gonna die from this, or maybe for a combo afterwards. So yeah, you can see we go for a pause here, combo, and yeah, he's dead. So that was nice. I was happy with that fight. You know, not as happy as the last one, but still went fine. I was still a little bit shaken up from the death, so wasn't playing my best. And then we got this Cap Sam boss. I volunteered to take this fight because I feel like Vox is the best option. Once you get that special 1-up, he's pretty much a non-existent defender. Because all of his threat in this specific fight is just auto block. And if you can get around that with Undermine, there isn't a problem, especially because Vox is like really good for this tactic, so he can keep clarity up for a long time and continue to keep it up. Here I'm trying to bait out special ones, but he's being really stingy. You can see it's like 20 seconds of just constantly baiting out special ones, and he just doesn't want to throw it. So that was really frustrating because I don't want to push special 2 because he is duped, so the rupture damage will go through block. So I just kind of kept baiting, and eventually he threw it. Now we're going to get a bunch of degens because we dexed a bunch as well, which is nice. So 21 degens for our efforts is nice. Here, doing, you know, he's being really liberal with them now, which is great. Allows us to get more hits in. I'm going to consume the degens here just because I want to keep my intensifiers ideally. And we've got 5 stacks of clarity, which is awesome. Going to go for another special one here. You can see now he's just melting. He's just going to melt from this. So this fight was really fun. I really enjoyed this boss fight. If I didn't die to that Jess, this would have been my favourite war of the season by far, because I took a boss and Vox and Chee'ilth got time, so yeah, would have been great. But with a small correction, that Jess fight could go fairly well. I still don't love it because of Conflictor, but it can still go fairly well. So yeah. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.